Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Katama Airpark on the island of Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts in the United States of America. And this is the latest project from Burning Blue Design, and a huge thank you to them for giving me the opportunity to fly Katama and be able to show you what it's all about. Now, Burning Blue Design are absolute masters at taking these airfields and airports and bringing all the character and the realism to the sim. And once again, they don't disappoint with this one at all. Now, pay attention to this video, because at the end there will be a competition. I'll be asking a question, and if you have been a good viewer and you've watched the video, you will know the answer. And if you're one of the first 3 people to respond, then you'll win. But more details about that at the end. So I'm going to tell you really straight from the horse's mouth, from Burning Blue Design, what this airport is all about. They take a lot of care in writing their material, so why should I mess about and chop it up and put it in my own words in it? So Katama Airpark is a laid-back airfield and wonderful snapshot from a time past when aviation was all about barnstorming and pleasure flights in biplanes. Katama sprawls along the southern coast of the island of Martha's Vineyard and has a steeped history, boasting both being the largest grassed airfield in the United States and one of the oldest, having been established in 1924. Throughout its life, Katama has been run by different organisations such as the Curtiss Wright Corporation, Martha's Vineyard Flying Club, the Civil Air Patrol, as well as numerous private owners. During World War II, Katama served as a training facility and gunnery range for new pilots. Following World War II, Katama Airport was acquired from the Air Force and run as a private airfield until the 1980s, when it was purchased with state conservation funds. Katama Airpark is very unique as it sits on the Katama Plains, a miniature prairie within the airfield boundary which sustains many rare and endangered species of birds, butterflies and plants such as the short-eared owl, the regal fritillary butterfly and the Nantucket shadbush. My apologies, by the way, to the fritillary butterfly if I pronounce your name wrong, but that's one hell of a name, mate. Anyway, back to what Burning Blue Design have said. Today, Katama is still very active and sees numerous daily pleasure flights. It also serves as a hub for the local community. Katama Airpark has been recreated faithfully over many hundreds of hours by Burning Blue Design, with the aid of numerous on-site visits and features. There are tens of thousands of carefully placed assets. Every fence, picnic table and tree, along with an assortment of visitors and staff, has been placed in the correct location, ensuring an atmosphere of a working airfield. High-resolution colour-corrected ground textures taken from Bing maps and manipulated for consistency and realism, which far surpasses the quality of the stock Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 ground texture. Based on 2022 layout with accurate runway markings, taxiways and a working custom windsock. Highly detailed restaurant and hangar interiors and animated hangar doors which close and open between dawn and dusk. Actual aircraft from the aerodrome have been included: the Waco UPF-7 biplane, registration November 20979, and the Waco UPF-7 biplane, registration November Charlie 32183. Correct AI pattern procedures and accurate taxiway and runway placement have been incorporated into the release. Full night lighting has been placed across the airfield and within and around the hangars and buildings. So what we are going to do now is take this rather splendid looking Wilga in RAF colours, thanks to Sprawl. This is a repaint that's downloadable from flightsim.to, and we are going to fly via Martha's Vineyard Airport, which is another Burning Blue Design airport, to Tradewind Airfield, which, guess what, Burning Blue Design have just released at the same time as Katama. But Tradewind Airfield is free, so we're going to work our way across Martha's Vineyard Island and head over to Tradewind Airfield. Sprawl also made an absolutely fantastic repaint for the Spitfire for the Dreams of Wings Discord community. Yes, we do have a Discord, and I'll put a link down below. And it's just great to have people like that in the community who can create such fantastic repaints. Anyway, let's get flying. Rightio, let's get going. Now I have very, very little time in the Wilga. In fact, it's almost an insult to say I've got any time in it at all. I've just messed around with it a bit. But I thought it would be kind of cool for this this flight. See if we can navigate around and find the taxiway here. I seem to have a temporary failure in my little nav map, so we'll just do it the old school way. We've got some just popping in there on the tyres, which is unusual. The thing I should say about Burning Blue is that they are very good at doing updates and that kind of thing. Okay, let's find runway 24, which is going to be our runway of choice due to the wind, which isn't much, but we'll pick the right direction. Here we are, runway 24. That's a lovely runway, isn't it? That's a proper grass strip runway, no messing about there. Right, let's just have one stage of flap. Second, okay, just have a quick play with that. Third, second, first, okay, so let's stick it there. Okay, let's go. No messing about there. Come back on the RPM a little bit. And there we have Katama. You can get a really good idea from up here just how neat this little strip is. Perfect for an aeroplane like the Wilga, or your smaller Cessnas, or anything you want to get in here really. But lovely little place, and the character as well. The character of the houses around there as well, the area, beautiful. Right, let's head over to Martha's Vineyard. From up here you really get an idea of just how in a way small and select Martha's Vineyard as an island is. It's actually divided up into 6 towns, which from up here even that is is surprising, but I can imagine it's a very nice place to spend your summer. And of course, if you saw the video that I did about Martha's Vineyard Airport that we're just about to come up to here, you'll also know that some areas right over there on the tip were used for the filming of the film Jaws, which is always a good thing. Cracking film. So there's Martha's Vineyard Airport down there. Also using Rex AccuSeason here, which is why the trees look a little bit different. We're just popping into a bit of cloud there. Let's pull back. So there's Martha's Vineyard Airport. This was the first Burning Blue design airport outside of the UK, and it's another cracker. So you can fly into here in your Learjet, and then you can buzz around in something smaller like this and go to the smaller places. Right, so from here we will head this way. Right, so we haven't got long to go, that's for sure. Ooh, a little bit of a gust there. So what can I tell you about Tradewind? It's actually been put together as a collaboration between Burning Blue Design and local Martha's Vineyard legend Jack Mayhew, who's a pilot and a fish spotter and a guitar tuner extraordinaire, according to the information. It's another laid-back airfield from an older time of classic aviation, located in Oak Bluffs on the island of Martha's Vineyard. It's on a little over 70 acres, relatively small grass airfield. The longest of its two runways, around 2,200 feet, with trees at both ends just to make it interesting. Just getting a little bit of windy pops over here. So there it is down there. In 1800s, the land was used as a successful dairy farm run by the Chase family. In 1930, the Chase family sold the farm to Anton Santos, who started the first Vineyard Republic shop for airplanes and opened up one of the fields for airplanes. In 1950s, retired United States Air Force captain and former WASP Women Air Force Service pilots Caroline Cullen formed the Tradewind flying service here. She owned and operated Tradewind for over 40 years, and during that time continued to teach flying in a 1940s era Piper Club, which she maintained in immaculate condition. In 1980s, the number of Piper Super Clubs and Citibrias, I don't think I pronounced that correct, that had been rigged out as East Coast swordfish spotters with 80-gallon belly tanks for extra fuel were based there during the summer fishing seasons. A couple of these are displayed here as static models. The Martha's Vineyard Land Bank is the current owner of the property, having purchased it in 1989 to maintain as a preserve. Although technically still an active airfield, pilots must get permission from the land bank before using the airfield. This version of Tradewind Airfield has been constructed in an attempt to portray it as it was in the 1980s, as an active yet low-key private grass airfield. Tradewind Airport has been recreated faithfully, and when we get down on the ground I'm going to tell you more about the details of the actual airport itself. But for now, I think we should land. Look at that, it's even shaped like an aeroplane. So let's have a look I think we're going to go for runway 24, I think. Right, let's have a notch of flappage. It's a lovely aeroplane to fly this. I do need to spend some more time with it and really get to grips with it. It has a gorgeous feel. And this probably isn't how it should be flown, but we're going to give it our best attempt. Hop over the trees, watch that speed. There we go. And we're done. Let's raise the flap, and we will just come around now. And we want to head up there. So effectively we're backtracking up runway 31 now. Love the feel of this place. I think you know, places like this just add so much atmosphere, so much immersion when you're doing this kind of flying. If, like me, you spend a lot of time flying GA or warbirds, low and slow, or fast in the case of a warbird, and you want really cool, interesting little places to fly into, this is exactly the kind of thing that you're looking for. We'll just park up over here. I love the way the sunglasses vibrate up there. That's cool little feature. I do need to spend more time in this. Right. Okay. So let's jump outside and I'll tell you more about this airfield. So what do we get with Tradewind Airfield? Well, we get tens of thousands of carefully placed assets. Every fence, picnic table and tree, along with an assortment of visitors and staff, has been placed in the correct location, ensuring an atmosphere of a working airfield. High-resolution, colour-corrected ground textures taken from Bing Maps are manipulated for consistency and realism, which far surpasses the quality of the stock Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 ground texture. Based on the 1980s layout with accurate runways, taxiways, a working custom windsock and a working tetrahedron. Highly detailed hangar interiors. Actual aircraft from the aerodrome have been included, and that includes the Fish Spotter Piper J3 Cub November 993 Papa with custom fuel tank and radio masts, and the Fish Spotter American Champion 8 Kilo Charlie Alpha Bravo Decathlon November 11721 with custom fuel tank and radio masts. They were the two aircraft you saw just before with the big antenna sticking out of them. Correct AI pattern procedures and accurate taxiway and runway placement have been incorporated into the release, and full night lighting has been placed across the airfield and within and around the hangars and buildings. And don't forget, this is free. Now, I mentioned a competition. I'm going to ask you a question, and what you need to do is email the answer to an email address that's down below in the video description. If the email address is gone, it means the competition is closed and the 3 prizes have already been taken. The question is, how many towns is Martha's Vineyard divided into? That's how many towns is Martha's Vineyard divided into? Email the answer to the address below, and if you're one of the first 3 people, you'll win the prize. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been useful. I look forward to seeing you again on the channel soon. Take care now. Bye bye.